So I thought I'd make this video. This is the real me. No makeup, crying on my couch right now because my postpartum is getting the best of me today. So I'm just laying with my dog. Last night was a rough night, and my son barely slept. He went down at 7:30, and I thought to myself, oh my god, I put him down. I didn't rock him. I didn't hold him. I didn't give him a bottle. Nothing. And he just instantly fell asleep. So, win for me, right? Wrong. He woke up at, I think, 11:40 and cried on and off for about a half hour. He was just doing these little cries and then stop, and then cry and then stop. So after that happened for 30 minutes, he started bawling his eyes out, like screaming. So I tried everything but picking him up. You know, I did the shushing, and then putting my hand on his belly and kind of just like lightly like kind of rocking him. Gave him a binky, he kept spitting it out. Gave him the binky again, he spit it out, and I said I can't keep giving him the binky and holding it there for him. So then I just let him cry again. I had earplugs in, put the comforter over my head, and prayed he'd stop and just go back to sleep. He didn't. For, I want to say 20 minutes, probably not, it maybe seemed like 20 minutes to me, but it was probably more like 10 that I let him cry, like screaming. And then I finally picked him up, brought him into the nursery, changed his diaper, tried to put him back down. He screamed, let him cry again for another 10 minutes, picked him back up, and he was rooting like he wanted to eat, so gave him a bottle. And then I put him back down, and he cried from like 2:15 until about 2:45. And then he must have fallen asleep around like 2:50. And then he woke back up at about 4:45, 4:30. Same thing, crying, screaming. Did the whole process over again of trying to get him to go back to sleep without picking him up. Wasn't having it. So, caved, picked him up, brought him into the nursery, changed his diaper, and then I noticed that his diaper was like not even soaked. It didn't even have that much pee in it, and he had somehow peed through it onto his pajamas and then soaked his Merlin's Magic sleep suit thing that I have him in because I'm trying to transition him out of a swaddle. So I had to turn the light on, change his diaper, put him in new pajamas, and then I didn't have anything but a swaddle, and so I had to put him in the swaddle, rocked him back to sleep, and then he went back to sleep around probably 5:30, and then he woke up at 7:30. And of course, I couldn't fall back asleep, and if I did, it was taking me an hour. I must have stayed up for at least a half hour just like playing on my phone because I couldn't fall back asleep. So I'm very exhausted today. And the postpartum depression and anxiety gets worse when nights like this happen. And I put him down for a nap at 1 o'clock. It's now 1:46. Put him down, and he screamed for about 15 minutes and then put himself to sleep, so that's a win. But it sucks when you have these days where you just feel defeated and you feel like you're not a good mom, you're not doing things right, you're not meant to be a mom. This is what real postpartum depression and anxiety looks and feels like, not my other posts like makeup and hair done. this is my current hair status. In my pajamas with my dog, baby monitor, and a cup of coffee. And just trying to talk myself into, like, trying to be positive and talk myself up and saying that I'm a great mom. I can do this. This is just a rough spot. It's going to get better. But with postpartum, you go back and forth. You, 1 minute or one day, feel like you are accomplished and you're doing a great job, and then you can have a bad night and it completely sets you back, and then you're like, I can't do this. I'm not meant to be a mom. I shouldn't be a mom. I want my old life back. And I just look at him, and I was crying as I was watching him on the monitor and thinking, I'm not meant to do this. There's no way I can keep doing this. And then I tell myself, I can do this. I am meant to do this. This is hard, but I can get through it. And it's just crazy how your mind just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you envy the moms out there that look so great every day, that lost their baby weight and are back to work and are doing their hair and makeup every day and they look great. And here I am on my couch bawling my eyes out because my kid didn't sleep that good and I didn't sleep for shit and my postpartum's kicking me in the ass. And I love him. I do. I don't want anybody to think that doesn't have postpartum, that's probably watching this, like, you don't understand it. But it's not that you don't love your child. It's not that you don't want your child. It's just that when you have these episodes or these bad days, that's just what your mind makes you think. And that's just today. That's going to be, I just know that that's what today is going to be like. But like I said, I absolutely love and adore my son. He just makes me laugh at just some of the stupidest things that he does that you wouldn't think that are funny, but to me are funny. Or when he is taking a nap and he wakes up and he's, not to that point where he's crying yet, and you go in and you walk in, and as soon as you walk in, he sees you and he just smiles and is so happy to see you. That's the stuff that you have to remind yourself of when you hit these lows like this, because if not, you just kind of spiral down, 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 and it's not good. So for the girls and women dealing with postpartum and that have days like today, like I'm having, you're a good mom. No matter what you think you're doing wrong or think that you're just not meant to be a mom, you're a good mom. You can do this. We can do this. You've got this. Get a cup of coffee. Sit on the couch if you have to. Don't worry about dishes. Don't worry about cleaning. Don't worry about anything. My house is a mess right now. I don't give a shit. I'm just drinking coffee, cuddling with my dog because he makes me happy, and trying to find something on Netflix that I can probably watch for 10 minutes because he's probably going to wake up any minute.